So the 250 was partially obscured. Basically, if I were the IPSC target, I could only see, like, it came down kind of like this, coming down the chest. So the under part I could not see. And then the more extreme one was a 400-yard target. Because a 400-yard target, all I could see was the head portion of the IPSC, which was enough because it contrasted well with the background. The way you hit those targets, a lot of people out there who have not shot more distance engagements, you can actually shoot over berms, because the way a rifle fires a projectile into a long distance target, it's counteracting your gravity. I mean, we all know this, but a lot of us don't put this into our mind when we're actually shooting it. So a lot of us instinctively, we think, well, we can see, we can shoot. That is not the case. You can actually shoot things that you cannot see that are hiding behind berms as long as there's a long enough distance. In these cases, 50 yards, 45 meters or so, that's sufficient distance for me to shoot over the berm in front of them and into the target behind them, especially the longer targets when I'm arcing the projectile higher. So really what you're thinking, if this is the berm in front and this is a target behind, I'm coming over the berm and into the target behind it, even though I can only see the head portion of the target. In theory, it's just like shooting any other target. In practice, basically what you're saying is you've got a much smaller target, but a much larger impact area. So that challenges the shooter to then imagine, if you may, the position of the target. Now, in practical terms, if you were a soldier and you were looking to get behind cover, if you have cover in front of you, but the distance is sufficiently great enough, your assailant very well could shoot over the cover and into you. So that is something that I would tell service members out there to keep in mind when you're seeking cover, not just cover and concealment, but just understand trajectory and cover and the correlation between the two.
So to put all of that in lay terms, effectively at like that 400-yard target, if you're using the sight setting for your 400-yard sight, you're actually aiming at the berm in front of the target, that 350-meter berm or whatever it was there in between the targets, and the round is going over that berm and then impacting the center of the target behind it.
Correct, correct. Basically, we're bending projectiles, yes. We're bending bullets.
You're just straight Morgan Freeman and Wanted.
I hope you enjoyed that excerpt. Now, if you would like to see the entirety of that discussion, the full-length video is actually right here. Now, if you would like to see other videos that are similar to this or you may find interesting, feel free to check these out. Regardless, we thank you for your attention. We'll see you around.